Somewhere in Russia right now, a radio signal is broadcasting something that sounds like a broken alarm clock, a sharp mechanical buzz that repeats every few seconds. But this isn't a malfunction or a forgotten transmission. This bizarre signal, known as UVB76 or the buzzer, has been deliberately maintained and broadcast since 1976, making it one of the most enduring mysteries in radio history. Now, you might wonder why anyone would care about a simple buzzing sound. But here's what makes this truly extraordinary. This signal has outlived the entire Soviet Union, kept going through 8 different Russian presidents, and survived the complete transformation of global communications from analog to digital. While technology evolved from cassette tapes to smartphones, while governments rose and fell, this persistent buzz has remained virtually unchanged. Broadcasting on the frequency of 4,625 kilohertz, the buzzer doesn't just transmit randomly, it follows a precise pattern, a harsh, monotonous buzz lasting about a second, followed by a brief pause, then another buzz. This happens roughly 25 times per minute, creating a rhythm that's both hypnotic and unsettling. The sound itself has been described as everything from a ghostly drone to an angry mechanical foghorn. But its consistency is what truly sets it apart. The signal broadcasts with remarkable power, strong enough to be picked up across Europe and even as far as North America under the right conditions. This isn't your local radio station. It's a sophisticated broadcast requiring serious infrastructure and power. Even more impressive, when the main transmitter needs maintenance or fails, backup systems kick in so seamlessly that the buzz barely misses a beat. Radio enthusiasts worldwide have been monitoring the buzzer for decades, documenting every aspect of its transmission. They've noticed that while the basic buzz pattern stays the same, subtle changes in the signal suggest it's been upgraded over time. The original mechanical buzzer tone generator has been replaced with digital equipment, but great care was taken to preserve the exact same sound signature, as if someone wanted to modernize the station while ensuring it remained instantly recognizable. What makes this even more fascinating is that maintaining such a broadcast isn't simple or cheap. It requires dedicated facilities, trained personnel, backup power systems, and constant monitoring. Someone has been paying for and maintaining this operation nonstop for nearly half a century. In the world of radio communications, where stations come and go as technology and needs change, the buzzer's persistence is almost unheard of. Think about that commitment for a moment. Through economic crises, through the complete restructuring of the Russian government, through technological revolutions that made most Cold War-era communication systems obsolete, the buzzer has kept buzzing. It's like finding out that somewhere a light bulb has been burning continuously since before Star Wars was released, and someone's been making sure it never goes out. But the real intrigue of the buzzer isn't in its constant drone. It's in the moments when that drone suddenly stops. These interruptions are rare and unpredictable, but when they happen, something truly remarkable occurs. The mechanical buzz gives way to live voice transmissions, Russian voices reading out cryptic messages, strings of numbers, and coded phrases that have puzzled listeners for decades. These voice messages follow a strict format. They typically begin with specific call signs. MDZHB is one of the most commonly heard. After the call sign comes a series of numbers, sometimes followed by code words or phrases. The voices are usually female, speaking in clear, precise Russian, as if reading from a carefully prepared script. Each message is repeated twice to ensure accuracy, a common practice in military communications where mistakes cannot be tolerated. One of the most intriguing voice transmissions occurred when the station unexpectedly broadcast the haunting melodies of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. This wasn't just someone playing music for entertainment. In Russian broadcasting history, Swan Lake has a deeper significance. During times of crisis in the Soviet era, state television would broadcast this ballet as a signal that something serious was happening behind the scenes. Radio monitors have also caught snippets of background conversations during these breaks, technical discussions, equipment checks, and other unintended transmissions that offer rare glimpses behind the curtain. These moments of unscripted reality suggest that the buzzer isn't just an automated system. It's actively staffed by operators who maintain a constant watch. The timing of these voice transmissions often correlates with significant events. During periods of increased international tension, the frequency of these messages tends to rise. The pattern suggests a communication system that becomes more active precisely when it might be needed most. Yet, despite years of analysis by code breakers and radio experts, no one outside the system has managed to decipher what these messages actually mean. What makes these transmissions even more fascinating is their evolution over time. While the basic format remains consistent, subtle changes have been noted. New code words appear, different voice patterns emerge, and the transmission methods become more sophisticated. It's like watching a secret language evolve in real time, adapting to unknown needs while maintaining its core mystery. The voice interruptions also reveal something crucial about the buzzer's nature. This isn't just a forgotten broadcast or an abandoned experiment. Each transmission requires active human intervention, suggesting an organized system with trained operators ready to send messages at any time. The buzz might be automatic, but these voice breaks prove there's always someone watching, waiting, ready to use this mysterious channel when needed. Nature has a way of revealing secrets, and in 2010, a powerful storm finally pulled back the curtain on the buzzer's mystery. The storm damaged the transmission site near Poverovo, a Russian military facility that had been broadcasting the signal for decades. Inside this facility, investigators discovered a logbook containing records of transmitted messages, confirming what many had long suspected. The buzzer was part of a sophisticated military communication network. But rather than ending the mystery, this revelation sparked something even more intriguing. Instead of going silent after the storm damage, the buzzer performed a remarkable vanishing act. The signal began broadcasting from multiple locations across Russia simultaneously, using a complex network of transmitters that made tracking its true source nearly impossible. This wasn't a simple relocation. It was a carefully planned strategy that demonstrated just how important this broadcast was to its operators. The technical complexity behind this move reveals much about the buzzer's significance. Broadcasting identical signals from multiple transmitters requires precise timing and coordination. Each transmitter must broadcast the exact same signal at the exact same moment, creating a web of broadcasts that blanket a vast area. This technique isn't used for regular radio stations. It's a specific strategy designed to ensure a signal can't be easily blocked, jammed, or traced to a single source. The buzzer isn't alone in its mysterious mission. It's part of a larger network of unusual broadcasts that includes stations nicknamed the Pip and the Squeaky Wheel. Each has its own unique sound signature, but they share characteristics that suggest they're components of a larger military communication system. These stations form a web of signals that spans the entire Russian territory, creating a robust communication network that remains operational regardless of other technology failures. The military connection opens up understanding about the buzzer's potential purpose. Communication experts suggest it might be part of Russia's dead hand system, a complex mechanism designed to ensure military communications can continue even in the most extreme circumstances. The constant buzz might serve as a channel marker, reserving the frequency for emergency communications. If true, the buzz itself isn't the message. It's more like a guard standing watch, ensuring the channel stays clear for when it's truly needed. This theory gains support from the station's behavior during international tensions. The voice messages become more frequent during these periods, and sometimes new types of signals appear. The buzzer seems to pulse with global events, its activity reflecting the state of international relations. Yet despite this correlation, the actual content of these transmissions remains undeciphered, protecting whatever messages they might contain. Today, the buzzer continues its mission from multiple undisclosed locations across Russia. Modern monitoring equipment reveals ongoing adaptations in its transmission patterns, suggesting continuous upgrades to keep pace with changing technology while maintaining its essential character. It stands as a testament to the enduring nature of certain military systems. Some technologies, despite their age, continue to serve vital functions that newer systems can't entirely replace.